The Shallows. What Internet is Doing to Our Brains, by Carr. The net's interactivity gives us powerful new tools for finding information, expressing ourselves, and conversing with others. It also turns us into lab rats constantly pressing levers to get tiny pellets of social or intellectual nourishment. What the net seems to be doing is chipping away my capacity for concentration and contemplation. Whether I'm online or not, my mind now expects to take in information the way the net distributes it, in a swiftly moving stream of particles. Once I was a scuba diver in the sea of words. Now I zip along the surface like a guy on a jet ski. We become, neurologically, what we think. Culture is sustained in our synapses. It's more than what can be reduced to binary code and uploaded onto the net. To remain vital, culture must be renewed in the minds of the members of every generation. Outsource memory, and culture withers. We don't constrain our mental powers when we store new long-term memories. We strengthen them. With each expansion of our memory comes an enlargement of our intelligence. The web provides a convenient and compelling supplement to personal memory, but when we start using the web as a substitute for personal memory, by bypassing the inner processes of consolidation, we risk emptying our minds of their riches. We want to be interrupted, because each interruption brings us a valuable piece of information. To turn off these alerts is to risk feeling out of touch, or even socially isolated. The faster we surf across the surface of the web, the more links we click and pages we view, the more opportunities Google gains to collect information about us and to feed us advertisements. Its advertising system, moreover, is explicitly designed to figure out which messages are most likely to grab our attention and then to place those messages in our field of view. Every click we make on the web marks a break in our concentration, a bottom-up disruption of our attention, and it's in Google's economic interest to make sure we click as often as possible. What we're experiencing is, in a metaphorical sense, a reversal of the early trajectory of civilization. We are evolving from being cultivators of personal knowledge to being hunters and gatherers in the electronic data forest. Lawyer and technology writer Richard Coleman argued that Google has become a true believer in its own goodness, a belief which justifies its own set of rules regarding corporate ethics, anti-competition, customer service and its place in society. The mechanical clock changed the way we saw ourselves. And like the map, it changed the way we thought. Once the clock had redefined time as a series of units of equal duration, our minds began to stress the methodical mental work of division and measurement. We program our computers and, thereafter they program us. The net is, by design, an interruption system, a machine geared for dividing attention. As our use of the web makes it harder for us to lock information into our biological memory, we're forced to rely more and more on the net's capacious and easily searchable artificial memory, even if it makes us shallower thinkers. Personal memory shapes and sustains the collective memory that underpins culture. Google is neither God nor Satan, and if there are shadows in the Googleplex, they're no more than the delusions of grandeur. What's disturbing about the company's founders is not their boyish desire to create an amazingly cool machine that will be able to outthink its creators, but the pinched conception of the human mind that gives rise to such a desire. As social concerns override literary ones, writers seem fated to eschew virtuosity and experimentation in favor of a bland but immediately accessible style. Writing will become means for recording chatter. Our indulgence in the pleasures of informality and immediacy has led to a narrowing of expressiveness and a loss of eloquence. Try reading a book while doing a crossword puzzle. That's the intellectual environment of the internet.